Good morning, Barcelona. It's 9:35 our time, which is probably 2 o'clock Chicago time. I wanted to put a video as far as mental health. And I'm not going to edit this one, but once I get on the cruise ship here in a couple hours, I'll start editing some videos. You know, I'm a part of quite a few groups when it comes to MSA, multiple system atrophy, and from what I read and what I see, you know, I think the biggest deal is mental health. And, you know, if you don't have good mental health, this disease is going to gut you from inside. You know, it's going to gut your family, gut your marriage. Quite frankly, it's going to gut what you have left. And, you know, that's the hard part, is you don't know what you don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know. And there's a lot of people that are getting themselves worked up about this. And I know it's hard not to get yourself worked up, but, you know, you're going to slowly get worse. And some of us quickly get worse. I mean, after my infection I had a couple of weeks ago, you know, my POTS, you know, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, you know, the heart rate is staying with me, and now my hands were turning red. You know, again, my symptoms are hit and miss when they first start, and then they become permanent down the road. So, but I expected that. You know, I will say, just for, you know, just for your information, you know, my father had a nerve damage disorder. I don't know what it's exactly called, but it went for 12 or 14 years. Right? He died when I was 19, and I saw him go through over a decade of pain and suffering. So, you know, I saw him give up. And I know you can only take so much before you do give up, right? And I'm in that same boat too. We're all in the same boat. Like, how much can we take? How much can we take is one thing, but making it worse than what it is right now is a whole nother. Do you think I am okay with slurring my words? No, right now I'm good. It's the morning. My muscles have recouped. My body's recouped. I'm tired. I'm dizzy just standing here and walking around Barcelona this morning, right? Probably not going to be a good day for me. But I'm here. I'm able to walk. Half-assed, but I am. I got my cane, right? I got my cane. I slur, I fumble. Hard to get my wallet, my credit cards out, and debit card when I'm trying to pay for things. You know, I mostly look like a disabled person. So, you know, you have to have the right mindset. Obviously, we have to expect that things are going to happen and they're going to get worse, and how quickly is a whole other story. But I'm not sitting here saying, poor me, why me? And, you know, oh my God, I got new symptoms. Is this the beginning of the end? It's already the beginning of the end when it started 2.5 years ago. So, you know, we went to Montserrat in Spain, and, you know, that was a pretty good climb. And some of those pictures on top of the mountains, you know, we didn't walk all the way up there, but, you know, we probably walked at least another 400 or 500 feet up on some ramps. And I could do inclines, but the declines coming down, descending, is horrible for me. But what am I going to do? Cry about it? Piss and moan about it? Not do things because I have a condition? I think that's the big picture you got to get over. Yeah, this sucks. You know, I'm going to go on a cruise ship today and tomorrow and try to play some basketball. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going to try it. I'm not going to sit in my room and be like, oh, poor me, I can't do nothing, and, you know, make myself worse than what I am. And that might hit hard for a few people. You may not like me because of what I just said, but there's too many people in this world. Things happen, and it's poor me, and my condition's way worse than yours, or you don't know what it's like to be me or be in my shoes. You know, really? I do. I don't know everything, but I am good at ignoring certain things. There was a comment about a woman, and it has nothing even to do with the woman, but this lady put on a comment that doctors believe men but dismiss women's symptoms. You know, that's halfway true. And I'm not a sexist person. I got 2 daughters, 18 and 11, and obviously my wife of 20, almost 21 years. But the truth of the matter is, men don't go to doctors. Does this hurt your feelings? Because men don't go to doctors unless it's the end of the world. I only go to a doctor when I have walking pneumonia. 3 weeks later, right? And I'm about to die. I have not gone to a doctor in 20 years and asked for pain medication. Right? I don't go to doctors when I just simply get sick. Men generally rough it out. We tough it up, and we don't give a shit. Which is why men generally die quicker than women. We dismiss everything. Oh, it's nothing. So when you see a grown-ass man walk into a doctor's office, that's your first clue that he's either hurt or sick, significantly like passing, like he's waited too long, or he's a drug abuser. He's just looking for medicine, Vicodin, codeine, something to get him off, something to sniff and take to abuse. Those are really the only 2 choices for men. And I'll admit the second. I mean, there are plenty of people in certain areas that do these things. So my medical file, when I walk in there, it's rare when I actually go to a doctor, and I don't ask for pain medicine. Women do talk a lot, and that's not a bad thing. But because women talk a lot, as their nature, they will say a lot of things that don't have anything to do with stuff. They love conversation. There's not many men out here that conversate like women do. Thank goodness, right? We're different. I can listen to my wife all day long. I can't speak like her, keep going and going and going and going. Maybe for YouTube videos, but that's about it. So you got this woman who's talking about this unconscious bias towards women, which she's trying to justify her disease. That's what she's doing. She's trying to justify her own disease by saying, oh, these doctors dismiss women. No, clinicians are pretty good at what they do. If you had symptoms like Parkinson's, they would at least, like me, say, oh, maybe it's YOP, young onset Parkinson's. But your conditions don't match what you're saying or what they're seeing. And if they did, they would do something, they would tell you. What's hard is connecting MSA and Parkinson's, right? Getting specific diseases and disorders. But doctors are not going to not treat you and not believe you and not, you know, look at your outward signs and be like, hey, yeah, he or she looks the part. But there's a lot of people here that try to justify their diseases with external factors that have nothing to do with it. Right? So let's be clear with myself. We're talking about that mental attitude, right? My legs and feet turn purple every day, most of the day. Do I stop walking? Do I stop going on trips and working? No, my legs aren't going to fall off. They're still here. They're slightly purple right now. Who cares? I'm trembling. My tremors. Not that bad this morning, but I've had coffee and my Adderall's kicking in. So, you know, am I going to die because of my tremors? No. Why stop because of it? I'm dizzy. Very dizzy this morning. For a few reasons, but not because of anything non-medical. Am I going to die in traffic right now? Am I going to slip, trip, or fall? No, I just got to be a little careful. Right? Slurring my speech. Can I still communicate? Yeah, I can. Right? Don't make things worse than what they are. Things are already bad. There's a bus. School buses. I got the double buses. Right? Things are already bad for us with MSA and Parkinson's. Your mental attitude and not the disease will be your downfall. Seriously. There's some people that make these things, that make things in life worse than what they actually are. And you have to put them in their place. You have to put things in perspective. If you think the end of the world's crashing on you right now, you won't make it you know, you won't make it down the road. You're going to be the person who cowers on your couch and pillows and covers and, you know, I'm sicker than sick. Are you really though? Yes, unfortunately, there's plenty of us that are affected more than others. And it unnerves me, it irks me to see people, you know, basing a condition of MSA on what they think the criteria is and the sequence of events that should happen. The order of operations of that disease. Let's be clear, MSA affects everybody completely differently. There's nobody with MSA that gets affected the same way. Symptoms, onset of symptoms from A to Z. Mine's different than yours is different than everybody else. Especially intensity of what they do affect each other. The symptoms do start on it. So comparing yourself to others is not a good thing to do. It's good for, you know, getting the basic diagnosis that, hey, do I have an MSA? Or like the person that's speaking, do I have pure autonomic disorder or failure disorder, right? Or do I have something more simple, right? Is it something to look forward to? Do I need to keep MSA in the back of my mind based on what you have and what you're going through? You know, your onset, the symptoms. That's what you do. Men have an uncanny ability to ignore things. Like this disease. Right, the guy chatted me, he's like, you can't fight it. There's no hope. Why try? You're absolutely true. You're absolutely true. Why try? You can't beat this. You have to assume you're not going to beat it at all. Therefore, I'm probably 60% of the person I was, but I'm still out here. I'm still trying. I'm still happy. Right? I don't mind being around my friends and family and kids and screaming in pain. When you hear me speaking like, ow, like out loud, this shit hurts. This neuropathy hurts. Whatever this shocking pain is, hurts. But I would, you know, they know that I don't care about pain. I can deal with the pain. I'm not going to medicate myself for pain right now. I don't need to. I can deal with it. Right now, obviously, when things get worse, that's another story. But your mental health, how you approach these things, is everything. We're either a hypochondriac where everything is the end of the world, and we're dying quicker than what we actually are, or we're kind of like me, where it's like, whatever. And both of those could be bad, but both of those could be good. You have to try to take the bad out of what we got going on, right? Obviously, it's a bad thing. It's horrible. But thinking about it, dwelling upon it every day, every night, and these people just, some of these people just posting over and over and over, you're working yourself up for no reason. And when I say no reason, we're dead anyway. I mean, all of us die at some point, right? But MSA, we're dead anyway. Why work yourself up into something that's not helping the situation? Oh, easy for you to say, well, not Dave, when you can still walk and do this and do that and do that. I'm strong. I'm strong because I choose to be. You're weak because you choose to be. And I'm not talking about those that can't function anymore. I'm talking about mentally. If you choose to be weak, that's exactly what you'll be. And this, God forbid, disease will eat you inside. It will eat you from the inside out, and you will have a horrible progression. You choose to be strong, the best you can. Yeah, it's still going to get you in the end, but your timeline with it will be much better. I want you to think about that. You want to be strong or you want to be weak? And that's something that's inside of your soul. You just can't wake up one morning and say, I want to be strong. You have to be strong. Ignore it. Try your best. Play down those crazy things. I mean, I pissed my pants 2 days ago. I don't even know how I pissed my pants. I don't care. I told my wife, like, sometime between there and coming home, pissed my pants. No clue how. What? Who cares? right? That's why a lot of times I wear black shorts, black pants, for that reason, just in case. Who cares? Now, crapping your pants, that's another story. That's a little more embarrassing. But things are going to happen. You either embrace them or not. I'm going to die with MSA, and probably much quicker because of, the other symptoms I talked about in my other videos. It can either eat you alive, or you can live the best you can with it. Easy for you to say, Dave. It is, because I'm just that person, right? I've gone 6 months with a broken back without going to the doctor, right? Ignoring pain. I went months with dead ligaments in my kneecaps until I asked my mom and dad for a wheelchair. Right? I mean, I'm just used to ignoring things. This is how, my dad taught me to be. Right? So, yes, it is easy for me in hindsight. But you have to be that person. Your mental health, not the disease. Right? You can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of a horrible disease that gets worse, which ends in our death, but getting the most out of it. Or you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of a disease that's going to kill you, and it's consuming your soul and energy, and you're not doing anything. You're not happy any one of those days because it's consuming you from within. You got to think about these things, right? Just please. I'm not saying you have to, by no means am I saying you have to be happy and smile for everybody. No, I've had a piss poor attitude the first couple of days I've been here because I'm struggling. But everybody knows when he comes off angry and grouchy, he's struggling. But I'm still here walking, talking, trying. I'm everything right now. Legs gave out yesterday. I'm still here, and I'll still be there tomorrow. It's your attitude, it's your mental health that is going to determine how this disease plays out for you, not the disease itself. Please, try your best. And this might hurt some feelings, but men and women are not the same. Thank God, right? We're all the same. A bunch of David Knox out here would be a boring world. A lot of attitude and, not doing anything, not talking. We're different for a reason. Men and women, the differences, the stereotypes fits us. It's the way it is. Don't blame stereotypes, like good stereotypes, on your misdiagnosis. That's not how this world goes. Especially when you've been to how many doctors and they still say you don't have it. It has nothing to do with men and women. They believe men more than women. It has nothing to do with that. Okay? But mental health is everything. Be happy, try. Right? I know it's hard to be happy, but there's a lot of things to be happy for. Another day to walk, another day to see. Right? What's that video? I downloaded this meme on Facebook, and I'll post it. We always say it. You only live once. And the person, you're watching the sunset, and it hit home with me. And the person said, "No, you only die once. You live every day. We don't just live once. We only die once, and we live every single day." So which version of that do you choose to be? The person who says we only live once, or the person who says we only die once? And by no means is David Knox a motivational speaker. I'm not here to give pep talks. But you know me in my personal life, or even through Facebook, I don't lie to you. I'm not going to exaggerate. Right? I'm the person who says we live every single day. Now, I may not be able to give you 100%. Right now, I'll give you 60%. I'll give you 100% of my 60. I'll give you 100% of my 60 as much as possible. And some days I'll fall short. And in the future, I'll fall even more short every day after that. But you'll get my 100%. I don't treat other people out here in public any differently because of my disease. I'll definitely wear a shirt and some bracelets and stuff that promotes MSA. I'll talk about it. It's your attitude that's going to be the undermining of your health. And we know that from other diseases, and people have depression, right? How far in depression do you want to slip? How much anxiety do you want to have? It's your mental attitude that's going to be the downfall of you first before this disease actually takes its toll. So, in the words of my father, time to toughen up, right? Life's a bitch and then you die. Right, but life being a bitch doesn't mean it's bad. It just means life sucks. Bad things are going to happen, right? They're happening every single moment for me, every day. But I'm still here today. I get to see another day with my kids, with my wife, my friends, with you. It will eat you from inside. And I see a lot of that on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, all that, YouTube. Do not let this disease eat you. Do not let it rot your soul like termites inside of a tree. You will have a shorter lifespan than if you just A, ignore, or B, try to be happier. It sucks. Try your best. We don't live just once. You live every day. I'll see you later, and I love you.